Welcome to the Argentinian philosopher. Ideas made simple for everyday life. Hegel and Marx, two of history's most influential thinkers. They both talk about dialectics, but did you know that they mean completely different things? In just 5 minutes, I'll break it down for you. Hegel sees history as a battle of ideas, where contradictions lead to a higher understanding. Marx, on the other hand, flips things around, arguing that history isn't shaped by ideas but by material conditions, by how we produce, work, and distribute wealth. This distinction between idealism and materialism shaped modern philosophy, political movements, and revolutions. Even today, debates on capitalism, socialism, and class struggles go back to this very difference. So, what exactly is dialectics? And why did Marx think Hegel got it wrong? Let's dive in. Hegel saw history as a battlefield of ideas. For him, human history is nothing but the evolution of thought, a process where contradictions lead to progress. Every era is shaped by competing ideas, and through their conflict, a new and more refined idea emerges. His dialectic follows 3 stages: affirmation, negation, and negation of negation. One idea arises, it meets its opposite, and out of this conflict, a new, more advanced understanding is born. For example, feudalism, affirmation, comes into conflict with mercantilism, negation. And from this struggle, capitalism, negation of negation, is born. But this process doesn't stop there. Capitalism will generate its own contradictions, leading to another transformation. To Hegel, history isn't random events. It's a logical process moving towards greater knowledge and freedom. He saw history as the unfolding of human reason, where every conflict leads us closer to the truth. Marx admired Hegel, but he had one major issue with his dialectic. Ideas alone don't shape history. Material conditions do. According to Marx, society isn't driven by philosophical ideas, but by economic forces and class struggle. The real question isn't what people think, but how they survive, how they work, produce, and distribute wealth. His materialist dialectic explains history as a struggle between oppressors and the oppressed. Feudal lords ruled over peasants. Capitalists rule over workers. Just like feudalism collapsed into capitalism, Marx believed that capitalism would inevitably produce its own downfall, leading to socialism. For Marx, historical change is fueled by class conflict, not by abstract reasoning, but by real economic and social struggles. Revolutions, labor movements, and economic crises drive change, not just intellectual debates. So, let's sum up the 3 biggest differences between Hegel's and Marx's dialectics. Hegel focuses on ideas, Marx on material conditions. For Hegel, history is a journey of thoughts, philosophies, and intellectual progress. For Marx, history is about economics, labor, and the forces that control society. For Hegel, the driving force of history is reason. For Marx, it's class struggle. Hegel believed that each era brought humanity closer to a perfect understanding of freedom and truth. Marx disagreed. He saw history as a cycle of conflict between social classes, where power determines change. Hegel sees history as an unfolding of ideas. Marx sees it as an economic necessity. Hegel's dialectics is about learning from contradictions. Marx says contradictions aren't just intellectuals. They are economic crises that force entire systems to collapse and be replaced by new ones. In short, for Hegel, history is a struggle of ideas. For Marx, it's a struggle for power and survival. So what do you think? Are ideas the true engine of history, as Hegel argued, or is it material reality and economic struggles, as Marx believed? These two views have shaped political ideologies, economic theories, and even modern revolutions. Even today, debates on capitalism, socialism, and social change are rooted in this philosophical divide. Let's keep the discussion going. Comment below. Do you think ideas shape reality, or does reality shape ideas? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you found this breakdown useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into philosophy, please check out my other videos, especially the one on Hegel's phenomenology of spirit. Thank you, and see you next time.